Hello, this is Iron Bill back again with another video, and today's offering is going to be something a little bit different. One of my viewers, Apollyon, has a channel, and he's made some comments on the channel and invited me over to his channel to have a look at some of his content. And he mentioned in one of our discussions the possibility of me actually reviewing one of his videos online, and I looked at one today and I thought, you know what, let's give that a shot. Let's give that a try. It's a nice little collaboration, and I'll leave a link to his channel below, and you should probably head on over there and have a look and maybe give him a like and a subscribe. That would be nice. I want to set this up. He is playing 6v6 control, and he's using a hand cannon sniper. I know he's using Whisper. I think he's using Austringer as a hand cannon. He didn't put it in the description, and I didn't see anything of his character screen to be able to pull it out for sure. And I'm not quite sure what sniper he's using, so I'm sure folks will be able to look at this and be able to tell me exactly what these things are. The thing I like about this video, I mean, a lot of his other stuff is just like superhuman stuff. This was a little bit more on the human level. You know, it reminded me a lot of the way I play at times. And I thought, you know, far be it for me to be the expert of play and to be able to comment on somebody else's play, but he did ask me to do it. And, you know, what I'm going to do is offer a perspective of what I see. Not as it's the authoritative voice on how to do it, but just what I see from it and what I think I could learn from it. So with that said, let's go ahead and roll it. And let's see what we've got. All right, so here we are. He is opening up, and he did the twirl thing that you saw there. That is to locate enemies on the radar. I've been told. I've seen some other really good players do this. I can't do it. I don't register anything when that happens. It's just a spin, like somebody's showing off, but he's not. That's not what he's doing. He's actually getting an orientation of the enemy on the radar. Okay, so first off, the enemy's going for B. He's playing around teammates enough that he's able to help get team shots, which I think is important with this particular gun, because Austringer is a good dueling gun, but it is not. It wouldn't be meta. Like if somebody was running an Adept Igneous or something like that, they'd probably eat your lunch. So it's going to be important, I think, that he plays around people enough that he can get some team fire. But in addition, he's also playing his cover pretty well. And you notice that he's playing the heavy. Now, he's using Whisper here. And so he's... one of the things I noticed that he has a lot better than me is a better prediction of where enemies are going to be, like right here. He's got a nice little spot picked out, and this is just map awareness. Now, he didn't hit the shot, but the idea was sound. He was going to snipe up through that area there where the person wouldn't necessarily look at him first, and he might get the first shot. That he missed it is immaterial. It was the right idea. The jump snipe didn't work there, so I don't know if this where he was in his matches, whether this was an early match or what was going on. Sometimes you'll get that kind of thing. Even if you're good at sniping, you'll get that as you're warming up. So it could just be the way the Whisper works, because I really have never tried Whisper in PvP, and I don't know what the aim assistance is on that. So jump sniping may be a hard thing to do. He is a very good sniper, I will tell you that. You can check out some of his other videos and you'll see that for yourself. Has a very nasty flick snipe. All right, so right there, what he demonstrated was the knowledge that he needed to get out of there. He, you know, one more shot and he was gone. He played it right to the edge. I wish I could see his resilience and his recovery and all of that. I wish I would have been able to see that, but he did play it right. And he knows the very edge of his abilities here, and he's using that. He also, you know, is timing his abilities. Notice here that he's still looking for his grenade in his melee, and he's kind of holding here. Takes a shot, sees that he's got two people down the line there. He's not going to win that fight. And this, and an enemy that jumps across, he gets a shot on him. Okay, which I also want to point out is a good thing too, because oftentimes I do this, and I think a lot of new players do it too, where we get fixated on a target and don't realize that maybe we're not going to be the person who puts the finishing blow into a lot of enemies. Maybe we're just going to be the person that contributes and get some assists along the way. And it's okay, you know, as long as you're accomplishing what you want with map control and you know, ultimately working towards a win. I mean, do it, you know, and put your ego aside and just play the way you need to help your team be successful. At least that's kind of what I'm always thinking. I just get caught up in the ego challenge of, like, right there, I would have just hung it out and I would have committed to one of those people knowing I was going to die to the other. He did the right thing. He blinked on out of there. And I do want to point out that he is using blink, which another reason I wanted to show this, because it compares his style of blink to my style of blink. I mean, he's using it offensively and defensively, whereas I do it just primarily defensively. So, all right, so took a couple shots on the guy. I'm trying to watch his recovery as he does this to see how quick it comes back. Most people playing this would run a high recovery and compromise on the resilience if they had to. He may be fortunate enough to be, have good armor and be able to stack it up. He's still waiting for his abilities to come back. He does have his rift. He's got a couple teammates here. Yeah, I think he felt that grenade coming. A little anticipation. That's what I chalk that up to. And teams on the other side. He could have jumped in there with his teammates. Chances are they would have all gone down. So, I mean, that's just a moment of decision, and I'm only guessing at what he was thinking. I mean, that's what I would be thinking in the moment. Do you jump in there, or do you all get taken out? Because now we're getting to the place in a match where supers start to be a thing. We're about mid-match now, and if somebody's cleaning up on the other side, they may have a super at this point, and you start to have to think about clustering up. See, he just got his super, his first one. All right, so he's got sniper ammo again. This was metered special, by the way. And see that flick right there? He's got a nasty flick snipe. I mean, he can do it. Just flicking out of there. I mean, my brain, I know many of you are young enough to be able to see that. My brain doesn't even register that. I mean, I know what happened. In 1 second, he's kind of down scope looking for the person to come in. Next thing I know, he's running the other way. I mean, I just want you to know what I see. I wish I could film what I see, but that's what I see. It's just like you splice about 10 frames out of that, and the fight is absolutely over. So I know that's something that I'm never really going to be able to do, but I appreciate it when I see it. All right, so he's kind of watching this corridor here, and what he's doing is he's holding the central area, uses his whisper, and kills that guy through the super so that he can't capitalize on the kills he just got. And that helps defend B. I mean, he may not have to go up there and actually stand watch on it, but, the guy essentially got a super there that didn't net him anything. He got a couple kills, but he doesn't capture the zone. And did you notice how he jumped over that freeze grenade or jumped through it? I wouldn't have thought to do it. And something else that I noticed here when I was watching this the first time was he seems to know where the orbs are that his teammates are generating. He seems to have a sense for where that is. And again, that marks just how tunnel vision I play, because I don't. And I can't watch the feed and actually play against enemies. It's just too much multitasking. So the result is that he is able to play for the orbs, and he's able to get his super more often as a result. When I get my super, it's more often than not that I'm generating everything myself. And I'm just lucky enough to get enough kills down and pick the right super that I can get a couple supers in a match. Happened a lot more last season. I've not had it much happen this season, I will say. But I haven't played that much PvP in this latest act. I just have other things. Okay, so here we go. He picks up these orbs. Hangs here for a second, looking for people to come through. He doesn't have any sniper ammo, so he can't really hang there for a long-range fight. More orbs. He just seemed to know they were there, which I found interesting. And then and you notice he doesn't just dive in pell-mell. He feels the presence there. He's looking at his radar. Good call. Shuriken tossed. Stand here a second. Somebody's pressing the zone. And he's playing the smart. And, for someone who wouldn't know any better, they would say, well, why doesn't he stand and fight, take his 1v1? Well, the guy has a shotgun and he's charging him. You have to back up. I mean, that guy is going to kill you with that shotgun. Shotgun melee, and you're done. So he blinked away from him exactly the way he should have. And that's just good awareness. I mean, he was smart enough to know that standing toe-to-toe with that guy was a loser. Okay, good. Team shot when the guy was distracted. It didn't save his teammate, but they got the kill, and that's really what matters. I don't know this viewer beyond a few interactions with him. I don't know if he plays with other people mostly or plays by himself mostly or whatever. But as a solo player, this is probably how you would do it. Because you don't know what random teammates are going to do and what skills they bring to the table. You're not going to put yourself in a place where you're reliant on that necessarily, or at least I don't. That's a two-edged sword, of course, because when it comes time to play with randoms, like if you decide to do some trials or something like that and there's this we ran in solo queue, you really aren't very well equipped to just play with randoms in a team environment. So, yeah, anyway, he was just told on that second super, just waiting for a moment exactly like that, and it's perfect. What a capstone to a great run. So, no defeats. We ran 24 defeats. Did he get all the kills himself? No. Did he have to? No. Did his team win? Yes. Did he control lanes the way he wanted to? Yes. Did he put pressure on the team where he needed to? Yes. Did he get cleanup kills? Yes. I mean, this is a very successful play. And something, too, that I don't think is necessarily out of the reach of older players. I think this is something an older player could do if they've got the brains to do it. That's always the question. And for me, hot and cold, I understand it when I see it, and it gives me some things to shoot for. The big takeaway I would take out of that for myself, if I'm trying to learn something from that, is just don't worry about staying engaged in a fight too long. I mean, take a couple of shots, get out of there. And I really do like the way he extracted himself from it, took the time to reposition, recognizing that the weapons he had were not going to allow him to duel effectively against meta or against multiple enemies at the same time. It's just recognizing that, you've got multiple blips on the radar. That's not the fight you want, unless you've got teammates around you. It's just really smart play. So congratulations to Apollyon. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And, I'm going to leave a link in the description to his website or his YouTube site. So please drop a like, give him a subscribe. It looks like it's a young channel. Give this guy a watch. He's a pretty good player. So with that said, this is Iron Bill thanking you for watching, signing out.